Get mine. I'll be right back. And we're back. I'm kind of tired, so it's probably a boring stream for real. But I thought I'd go live before bed. You're welcome for my service. I finally watched the video of the liberals going in the church. Finally watched it. That shit was crazy. That was crazy. I've never seen him so unhinged in my life. $50 made. How nice. I started to play Rust, but I got tired. You know? Tired. I don't work tonight, so I can go to bed and sleep as long as I want. That's better. I can see the chat better. They're saying huge snowstorm coming this weekend. Over 10 inches of snow. Over 10 inches of snow this weekend we're supposed to get. It's going to be a mess. I got to work Sunday and Monday, and then I'm off the rest of the week for vacation. And I got to work Saturday. So I'm going to have to be out in that fucking snow, waddling around. And you know a bunch of people are going to call out. I'm not going to drive through 10 inches of fucking snow, bro. I'd call out too, but I'm in walking distance. Well, fuck. Might as well go get paid, you know? Why little snow fuck the paycheck up? No thanks. I think I'm going to buy some snow boots when I get paid. Fuck trying to go all weekend with those regular ass shoes and that snow. 10 inches of snow would be fucking insane. What a mess that'll be. And I've heard some people say 15 inches of snow. Of course, we may get to the weekend, it'll be like nothing. And they were just wrong. Also heard could be an ice storm. And we're getting close to bombing Iran. There's a lot going on. Carrier strike group is moving in. It's a few days away. They've moved too much equipment over there for nothing to happen. Cost $6 to $7 billion just to move all those ships and stuff over. I was reading about it. So they're not going to spend $6 to $7 billion just to grandstand or some shit. This is going to happen. This shit is going to happen. What did Trump say? When's that Davos thing? Is that today? Trump giving a speech? He's going to talk so much shit. Dude, the fucking leader of France is a dork. Macron is a dork. He was like, I didn't ask to meet with Trump at the meeting. And then Trump released a text message of him begging. Like, quit lying. That's all they do is lie. Don Lemon is unhinged. He's supposed to be getting charged with something. What they did is illegal. You can't go in a church like that and do that. It's illegal. That video was nuts. Some dude was in there screaming at everybody. Like, bro, just because you don't like illegals getting deported, who gives a shit? And they keep saying, Don Lemon keep pushing the lie. He's like, most of the people getting detained are U.S. citizens. That's not even true. They just make shit up. There ain't no data to back that up. They arrested 3,000 people the other day in Minneapolis. And the people that say Trump's not deporting enough, he's not doing enough, the way they cope about that is they just say the numbers are fake. And how convenient. If the numbers are low, you make fun of it. If the numbers are high, you say they're fake. So how does Trump win? Let's say Trump deported millions and millions and millions. You wouldn't even believe it. You'd say it was made up. You see how they're not arguing in good faith? They can't. They're just like the liberals. They have TDS too. It's a weird thing. They voted for Trump, but they have TDS. Ain't that weird? I never noticed this till recently. That so many people that voted for Trump have this weird TDS where, like, they assume Trump is a liar and they have no faith in him, and I'm just trying to figure out why they voted for him. It's weird. It's a weird thing. And then when you try to figure out why they're acting that way, you ask them questions, and everything they say about Trump is just some made up shit. It's just so dumb. It usually has something to do with Jews, I've noticed. But you knew Trump supported Israel before you voted for him a second time, a third time. Shit. Trump's never made it a secret he supported Israel. He moved the embassy in the first term and all that shit. So why you would ever, I just don't get it. You people are weird. You're stupid. I get why some people do it. They got a grift. You know, they got a brand to sell, and their brand is America's falling apart, and everything's falling apart, and they have the answers. If people just listen to them, everything will be fine. That's their brand. So when things are going good, that's not good for them. They got to keep you miserable. You might tune out, stop listening. The liberals are dangerous. They're going to kill us. The liberals are so dangerous, we need the Insurrection Act immediately to lock these motherfuckers up. Now, with all that said, you should vote for Gavin Newsom. You should bend over backwards to try to get Democrats elected to stick it to Trump. By the way, those Democrats that you're going to elect, they want to kill you. They want to kill you and destroy our country. I'm sorry, but that messaging, that just doesn't make any sense. Your messaging should click together. It shouldn't be so, one minute you're saying this, and then the next minute you're saying something that totally contradicts everything you just said. You can't tell me these people are going to kill me and then vote for them. That is crazy. Why would I vote for these people? Because Trump's not deporting enough people? Like, what? Fucking retarded. And all those nerds are gay, too. Stuffing socks in their shoe to look taller and all this goofy shit I've been seeing on it. Like, what a bunch of losers. Anybody that's insecure about like their height is a fag. That's faggot behavior. If you're talking about height, talking about ways to look taller, getting leg surgery or some retard shit, you're a fucking loser. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you got. You're a fucking insecure dweeb. Worried about your fucking height. Tips and tricks. I got shoes with lifts in them and shit. The fuck is wrong with you people? That's feminine behavior. Women do shit like that. Put makeup on, do shit like that. Man ain't supposed to do shit like that. I'm not taking advice from any faggot that's, giving out tips and tricks to look taller or fucking clench your jaw to make your jawline, whatever stupid shit. Fuck off with all this fag shit. It's the gayest fucking shit I've ever seen. Poor Sneeko wanted to be in the room so bad. He fanboyed for years to get in that room. Ain't that crazy? I'm just a fanboy. I'm just part of this group. I'm not even the most famous person in the group. I'm just, tagging along. Clout chasing. Gay. That one dude, nobody even knew who the fuck he was. He murdered someone with his car. And now he's fucking giving you tips and tricks on how to look taller. Stuff socks in your shoe. Like, what? Looks maxing. Being a woman. Next it'll be put makeup on. I think he actually does wear makeup. If you want to get pussy, put makeup on. Like, what? No. No. What the hell? What's happened to men? That's who men look up to now. Young men look up to. See how it's just like leftism, though? Like, it's the same thing. Like, they're telling us to put makeup on and telling us to do weird gay shit, like fucking put lifts on our shoes and all this weird gay shit. And then it's paint your nails, and then it'll be, put some eyelashes in. And God knows where it ends. All these people are like fucking, they might as well be liberals. They're weird as hell too. And they all have a problem with Trump, I've noticed. What I've started to realize is when you meet someone that doesn't like Trump, they're probably a fucking clown. When it's all said and done, they're probably a big, giant-ass dork. There's something about it. Something about, knowing somebody like, really, I'm not saying maybe they don't really fuck with Trump, they're not some fan or nothing, but they hate the motherfucker. Or they're always whining about Trump. And then they're putting makeup on, they're stuffing their socks in a shoe, and you start to realize, if you don't like Trump, there's something wrong with you. You're weird. You're a weird motherfucker. And you're probably annoying. Who doesn't like Trump? Who's just crying all the time? Who would rather have Kamala Harris as a president? A bunch of fucking gay shit. It's not even cool to hate Trump anymore. It never was, by the way. You think they'd learned this over the last fucking decade of watching these liberals cry about Trump all the time. You think they'd realize how gay they look, but no. They join right on in. Of course, nothing's good enough for them until Trump drops a nuke on Israel or rounds all the black people up and puts them in concentration camps or something. That's never going to happen, and that's what they want. So they'll never be satisfied. It'll never be enough. They're deporting so many people. I read they deported like 2% of Minnesota's population already. That's how many fucking illegals. It's a sanctuary city. It's full of them. It's funny watching the liberals melt down about this ICE shit. Like it's the end of the fucking world. And then these so-called right-wing people are like, Trump's just not doing enough. He's not deporting enough. It's just like, what? I mean, well, the liberals seem to think so. The liberals are fucking panicking like a motherfucker. The liberals are in full fucking panic mode. Of course, the liberals are always in panic mode, so. But not like this. I mean, the stuff. Watch some of the videos of them following ICE around. It's insane. This is insane behavior. The honking of the horns, like, and it almost is like the whole city is doing it. It's so loud and insane that you're like watching this video. It's like, God, everybody in the fucking city's out of their mind. It's an uphill battle for the midterms for the Democrats, though, and the coping is not helping. This coping shit that everybody does, like, oh, it's a lot. Trump is so horrible and so hated, and he's done nothing. It's like, dude, lying to yourself and coping, how's that going to result in victory? I just don't understand. You've got to come to terms with the fact that Trump is succeeding, and you got to operate in reality if you want to win the election, for fuck's sake. You cannot be off in this fantasy world talking about the sky is falling. The sky is not falling. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Join us in the real world here. It'll never be enough, though. Because they want to be victims. They want to cry. They want to say, oh, Trump betrayed me. Trump let me down. All hope is lost. Whoa, is this all life is? They want to cry. It's just in people's nature to be a bitch and cry for no fucking reason. People will never accept how good they got it. They just went through 4 years of Joe fucking Biden train wreck presidency. Border wide open madness. Fucking madness. And now Trump's here, the border's secure, there's good things going on. And instead of being satisfied and going, man, thank God we got Trump in there, we don't got Kamala, it could be way worse. Instead of just being grateful, bitch and moan like a bitch. And all your bitching and moaning does is help Democrats get votes. That's all it does. So good. Keep going. Keep bitching and moaning about Trump 24/7. Trying to make everybody think Trump is a failure, that Trump betrayed them, and when Democrats win the election, don't cry. You did that. You did that because you didn't know how to act. You tell us, oh, how serious it is. The left is so crazy, they're going to kill us. Well, start acting like it. Why don't you start acting like it? Why don't you start acting like you're in a war you keep telling everybody you're in? Ain't no fucking war. You ain't even acting like it. You're acting like business as usual. If it's business as usual, we criticize Trump. If it's life or fucking death, oh God, they killed Charlie Kirk, we're next. Then why the fuck would I sit around crying about, oh, Trump flipped somebody off? Who gives a shit? It's life or death. Who cares about any of that? Why would I ever consider voting a Democrat? Why would I do or say anything that might make anyone think negatively about the only guy standing in the way from me and death? If you're going to push this fucking rhetoric, then my God, act like it. Act like you believe it. Or shut the fuck up. You nitwit motherfuckers. You're so stupid. You have zero awareness of optics. You don't even understand what that means. How you look. You motherfuckers talk so much that, goddamn, you say one thing, a couple hours later, you'll say the fucking complete opposite of it. Contradict everything you just fucking said. Because you're so desperate to fight. I've done it for years. But I don't act like you. I'll just sit here in silence if I ain't got nothing to say. No, you're trying to fill the fucking time, and you're just spewing bullshit. Quit contradicting yourself. Either it's life or death or it's not. If it's life or death, we vote J.D. Vance. We don't even fucking talk about it. We don't even discuss it. There's nothing to discuss. It's life or death. It's the end of the country or not. Pick one. Make a fucking choice. And stick to that. I don't care what you choose. Just, my God, quit being all over the place. And acting like something's wrong with me for noticing that you contradict yourself. You don't make no fucking sense. God, these liberals are rioting the street. They're burning the town down. They're going, I'm going to blame it on Trump. Like, what? They're rioting like that because Trump is doing his fucking job that you voted for him to do, you fucking idiot. That's why they're acting that way. And instead of standing with Trump, you helping them. You're helping these motherfuckers. I don't know if that... I don't know. That ICE officer shot that woman. I just... Well, he hit her with a fucking car. She hit him with a car. There's a body cam video. You can see him get hit. You can hear it. There's a fucking doctor's report on the injuries. Cops on January 6th got hit with a broomstick and they said, oh my God, they were beating police officers with fire extinguishers and shit. Oh. Then going to turn around and say, hey, you hit one with your car, no big deal. She just hit him a little bit with the car, with the truck, big SUV. She just tapped him with it. And instead of standing with the ICE agent, standing with Trump against a lunatic liberal who you know is a fucking lunatic, you know she's out there being a lunatic, you know she's out there following ICE around, you know she's impeding the fucking arrest, you know she's resisting the orders from them, you know she's not even supposed to fucking be there, you know she went there to cause fucking trouble, you know she hit him with the car, you know all this. But you're still going to come to me and you're going to say, I don't know, Smokey. Maybe it's going too far. Maybe it's just going too far. Which is exactly what they want you to do. You're weak. You people are weak. You're weak and pathetic. That's why they're walking in the church punking your ass, because you're weak and fucking pathetic. You won't even sock them in the fucking mouth when they come in the building and start fucking with you. They're not on the sidewalk. They came inside. Start fucking with you on the private property. Deck the son of a bitch. What are they doing in here? This motherfucker out of here. In Europe, they rape the women, and nobody cares. Nobody does anything about it. Nobody says anything. They just deal with it. And if you do say something, they arrest you. They're like, hey, man, what are you talking about? You can't talk about that. And they arrest your ass. What a world. What a world we live in. Because you're all soft and weak. And you see a real leader. A real leader emerges to lead you, to guide you against these people. And instead of standing with him, you fighting him. You're so fucking stupid, you're fighting him. I'm done with you fucking losers. You losers need to be dealt with. You may be worse than the left. You are traitors to the cause. And you were so, my God, during the primary, oh, we have to have Trump. They're trying to put Trump in jail, Smokey. They're trying to kill him. You have to vote Trump. You have to side with Trump. And now you've turned on him. Now you forgot all that. You turned on him. You forgot all that. All that shit you was talking. It was so serious then. Oh my God, Smokey. Oh. Now it's just, oh, whatever. I'm not voting for J.D. Vance. I might vote for Gavin Newsom. The guy that destroyed California. You're going to make him president of the country? I don't know, Smokey. You know, you got to admit, he's handsome. Like, that's what I have to hear. That's the retard shit I have to hear. That's the level of intellect I'm dealing with. I don't know, Smokey. He's a pretty handsome guy. J.D. Vance is kind of fat. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, that settles it. Burn the country down. Let's sell out the country. Hell with it. You gotta admit, Smokey, Gavin Newsom has nice hair. And he posted a picture of himself in high school, and he was hanging out with a hot chick. I don't know, Smokey. J.D. Vance looked like a fucking dork in high school. And Gavin Newsom was like the most popular dude in school. So maybe we gotta vote for him. And I'm like, yeah, but he destroyed the state of California. He destroyed it. He's one of the worst governors in the history of governors. He's terrible. He's a liar. He's insane. He's a psycho. I don't know, Smokey. He's got nice hair. That's all I'm saying. It's insane. And deep down inside of me, there's a sick part. A sick part of me that wants you to get everything you want. And wants to watch you pay the price for it. Wants to watch you suffer. As Gavin Newsom destroys his country. As the price of food doubles. As the price of your gas doubles. As the border is reopened. As Donald Trump is put in prison. As it all collapses. And what am I going to do as that happens? I'm going to fuck with you is what I'm going to do. I'm going to troll the shit out of you. I'm going to remind you every day that this is what you wanted. And do not cry. Do not be a bitch about it. Suck it up. Be a man about this. Take your medicine. Take it. You wanted it. Take it. And make no mistake, when Democrats retake power, they will punish this country. They will make it so Republicans never, ever have an opportunity to win another election. And they will punish you. They will make you pay a price for spitting in their face a second time. How dare you? Didn't you learn your lesson with Joe Biden? You thought you was just going to put Trump back in there and Trump was going to do all this shit and fuck all their money laundering up and all their bullshit, and they're just going to let it go? No, they're going to put Trump in fucking prison and they're going to deal with you. And some of you, you're going to end up in prison. They're going to put your dumb ass in prison. See, some of you are attacking Trump right now because you're afraid. That's what some of this is. This is fear. This is, oh, the Democrats are going to win the midterms. Oh, the Democrats are going to win 2028. Oh, the Democrats are going to retake power. I want people. So you're slowly turning on Trump so you can kind of prepare for that. So you can say, well, I'm not with Trump. You people are weak, cowardly. And I'm telling you right now, it never ends well for a coward. Taking the coward's way never ends well. Keep marching down the coward path and see where it gets you. These people will never do for you what you do for them. If that liberal woman would have been some MAGA person shot by some cop or something, that not a single liberal would be saying, well, that wasn't right. I don't know. No, they'd be making jokes. They'd be talking shit. But you got to get on social media. You've got to make sure people know that you just don't agree with it. Even though, she hit him with the car and she was there to cause trouble and she did this shit to herself. You've got a virtue signal at the end of the day. Why? Because at the core of yourself, you're a liberal. At the core of you is a leftist. And that leftist bullshit shines through all the time. You ain't going to be able to beat these people because you ain't as ruthless as they are. You just ain't. And if you're going to beat these people, you're going to have to learn to be a little bit more ruthless. You're going to have to learn to stop trying to look like a good guy to everybody. To look like you're some noble fucking saint. You're going to have to be willing to say, that woman, she did that to herself. She put herself in a terrible position. She hit the cop with her car. If that had been me, that'd have shot me. And she's a white woman, so you can't pretend it's some racism or something. It's an unfortunate event. And if anyone's to blame, it's the Democrats and the media for brainwashing this poor woman. And it's her wife, girlfriend, whatever, for telling her to drive. Telling her to try to speed off and drive away. But is it this man's fault for defending his own life? He got hit by a car and he pulled his gun and he fired. Why? Because that's what he's trained to do. He's a combat veteran. You hit him with a fucking car, he's trained to fucking shoot you, dumbass. Now, you know how you can avoid getting shot? Don't hit police with your car. Everybody knows if you hit the police with your car, you're probably going to get shot. Everybody knows that. So, I can't take anybody serious that sits around acting like somehow she didn't do that to herself. That somehow, oh God, the way that guy reacted was unnecessary. No, the way she reacted was unnecessary. Her being there was unnecessary. The whole entire thing is unnecessary. You shouldn't even be fucking with these ICE agents. You should be minding your fucking business. You shouldn't be following them around with your fucking car, honking your fucking horn. They shouldn't even have to be dealing with your stupid ass. But why are they out there? Because the media and the Democratic Party told them to go out there. Because the governor told them to go out there. Lock Tim Walz's ass up. Lock him up. And why do you use real bullets? Like, what the fuck? Because they're arresting gang members and rapists and murderers and the worst of the worst people they have to deal with. That's the people they're deporting. The fuck wouldn't they have a gun? The hell? Why are you there? Don Lemon's like, most of the people getting deported are not even criminals. They don't even have a criminal record. They don't even have a criminal. They're in the country illegally. He was arguing with somebody in the street. People arguing with him because he's retarded. He's like, I'm not with these people. They're activists. I'm a journalist. You ain't no fucking journalist, Don Lemon. You're an activist. You're a liar. You're a propagandist. You're no fucking journalist. And he was with them. I watched a video on it. Warren Smith was breaking it down. And he had Don Lemon recorded all of it, recorded the ride over to the church. He was with them. He knew where they were going. He knew what was going on. He was part of it. And now that, because this is illegal, what they did was very illegal. It's a felony. Now Don Lemon is scared. He's freaking out. Like, nah, I'm a journalist. Make an example of Don Lemon and lock his dumb ass up. And lock all these fucking idiots that went in that church. And put an end to that. You don't get to go into Target. I seen a video of them in Target, too, protesting. Against ICE. You don't get to go into Target. This shit should be illegal. It should be illegal to go into Target and hold a protest in the middle of Target. That shit should be illegal. You should be charged with a felony for doing it. And they should put you in prison for 10 fucking years. And I bet you if that was the punishment, this shit would stop real fucking quick. If you stand in the middle of traffic and block people's cars, 10 years in prison, you're now a felon. 10 years federal prison. If you go into the church and start screaming and acting a fool, protesting in the church, 20 years federal prison. 20 years. Or you can do 10 years in CCOT, your choice. You gotta pick one, though. I want strict punishment. If you're outside the ICE facility fucking screaming, shouting, acting like a fucking fool, trying to block the vehicles from going in and out and everything, 10 years prison for your ass. I'm telling you, this is how you stop this shit. Serious consequences. Enough's enough. I mean, they wanted the book thrown at the January 6th people. They wanted them to a fucking death penalty. So if you go down to the Capitol and you protest the federal government, that's death penalty. But if you go down to the ICE facility, or if you follow the ICE agents around, or if you follow Trump around and scream shit at him, or whatever, well, that's fine. You can do that. Make it make sense. Start locking these. I'm tired of protesting. I'm tired of protests. I'm tired of seeing it. See, this is how you end up in a country where protest ain't allowed. Because you protest so much that people start getting so tired of that protesting. Like, you always protesting. Like, God damn, shut the fuck up, man. You always bitching. And they're bitching about stupid shit that don't mean nothing. It's just like made up bullshit. Look at the shit they protest about in this country. It's all made up bullshit. So then people start voting for guys who say, listen, I'll start cracking these motherfuckers in the head. I'll pull the water hoses out like the old days on them. I'll put an end to this protest in. They won't be blocking the traffic. They won't be doing all this. They won't be walking in the church. They won't be in Target screaming at you in Target and Walmart and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? And you say, I can't take it no more. I can't take these people. They're getting on my fucking nerves. And you vote for the guy that says he'll put him in jail and put a stop to it. And he does. He outlaws protesting. And you're like, you rejoice. You say, thank God, no more fag protesting. I'm there. That's where I'm at, where I'm ready. If they outlawed it, I'd say, yeah. But then slowly over time, the government becomes more fucked up, and then you want to protest. You're like, we gotta have a protest, and they're like, no, we ban that. You can't do that. And you're like, fuck. That's why you shouldn't abuse your rights. There's a such thing as abusing your rights. You have rights, but you abuse them. And when you abuse your rights, you end up losing them because they use that as justification to do something about it. They're like, well, this guy's taking, we gave him rights, but look what he's doing. He's abusing it. He's stretching the meaning of the rights. He's taking things too far. And so they have to restrict. People start saying, oh, God, do something about it. This is crazy. They start saying this is not what it was intended to be. Like they do with the guns and stuff. You'll keep on, though. You'll keep protesting. They'll ban it eventually. And people will throw a party when they do it. People love seeing you nerds get dragged away. You're out there blocking cars. People love seeing you get punched in the face. They love seeing you get pulled. Some guy grabs you by the shirt collar, yanks you to the sidewalk. People love that fucking shit. People that don't even like the government. They don't even like the police. They don't like that. But that's how annoying you are. That people hope that the government shows up and beats the shit out. Do you know how unpopular you gotta be for people to hope the fucking federal government shows up and beats the shit out of you at like billy clubs and shit? You know how fucking annoying you gotta be for people to see the National Guard come in and people go, fuck, thank God. I hope they start firing tanks at them. You're so violent and unhinged and insane in the streets that people want the government. Even people that don't even trust the government. People that have been talking about a police state their entire lives. They see the police state show up and they say, please. That's the funniest part of it. People that their whole life said, oh, God, a police state. Militarized police. This is not good. Now people are saying, where are the militarized police that I've been hearing about my whole life? Where are the police dogs that they sick on people? What happened to using high-powered water hoses to blow the protesters away? Where is all this? Where is the police state I was promised? The criminals are running free, going wild. Where are my whole life, I heard about the police state. My whole goddamn life, Alex Jones, the police state. Oh, it's a police state. Oh, the future is going to be a police. Now I'm in the future, and I say, where are the police? Maybe a little bit of a police state wouldn't be so bad. Where is the police state? Nowhere to be found. The only police state there seems to be is over in like Europe, where if you tweet the wrong thing, they lock you up. The only thing police seem to be doing these days is locking people up for tweeting shit. Or standing outside elementary schools as children are gunned down. They stand outside the elementary school. You're like, go in there, do something. You have guns. It's not safe. No shit, it's not safe. That's why we called the police. What the? I knew people had lost their fucking minds when I saw them saying after that school shooting where the cops stood outside, they were saying, well, it ain't safe for the cops to go in or whatever. It's just like, dude, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Insanity. So the cops are standing outside, and then who do you call? Who do you call then? Private security? And private security force would have came in there and cleared that motherfucking school shooter out real fast. They just went right in there. Money talks, I'm telling you. Money talks. And if you got like a private, like police force or something funded by some rich dude or whatever, they got a reputation to uphold. They got a business. See, the problem with the government, the police department, all these things is, you know, they fail and there's like no accountability. Nobody gets fired. Nobody loses a fucking election. You don't vote these people out. You just say fuck it. And then you say, well, why doesn't anything change? Well, you keep voting for the idiot. No accountability. If we had a private police force and the private police force, a bunch of people got murdered in a school and they were all standing in the parking lot as the kids were getting murdered, that company would go bankrupt. Nobody would have any contracts with them. That'd be it. One day you'll realize the government being in charge of everything is just not the best way. It just really isn't. Go down to the DMV or something and see how that fucking place runs and how slow everything is. It's just, and you go down to that place and you deal with that, and then you think, oh, these people should run healthcare. They should run everything. They should run everything in my life. Why not? Anyway, it's about time for bed. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss. Oh. I'll be on later.